everybody, it's Ella Ty. Welcome back to my channel, and I have my highlight and contour routine for dark-skinned women today. A lot of you guys have been asking me about this video. You guys have been telling me I want to learn how to highlight and contour. So this video is very in-depth, very hands-on, beginner-friendly, and I hope it really helps you when it comes to achieving your highlighted and contoured look. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and on Snapchat. Turn your post notifications on. Make sure they are on because we drop videos every single week. So if you have any other questions, please leave them down in the comments below. I love you guys, and let's get on into this video. Hey you guys, so we're going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Ebony. Now I'm putting this all over my face. No particular way. Now we're going in with our cream foundation brush from e.l.f. I like to use this brush whenever I use cream products because it blends it out really nice and gives it an almost airbrush flawless finish. Be very careful about blending out your foundation around your eyebrows because you can mess them up. I learned that the hard way. So make sure you're pressing, you're not swiping anything or rubbing anything back and forth. It should be even. Now we're going into our highlighting. So I'm using a new MAC Cosmetics concealers in the shade NC50. I'm putting it on the sides of my nose and then I'm dragging that concealer all the way out underneath my eyes. You want to make sure that the concealer is in a triangular shape because it really gives you a more realistic appearing highlight. Highlighting and contouring, all it is creating dimension and structure within the face. When you put on a foundation, you have a habit of looking very one-dimensional and flat. So when you put on a concealer, it creates brightness, dimension, and a realistic appearance to the face. So I'm going back with my concealer and I'm putting it all over the high points of my face. The bridge of my nose, underneath my eyes, on top of my lip, and my chin. So now what I'm going to do is, like, whenever I highlight and contour, I used to kind of just like look directly ahead. What I do is I take a mirror and I hold it up again. I hold it up and I look up this way at the product, at the mirror. So when I look up, I'm less likely to crease this way. So you always want to make sure that when you conceal it, when you blend out your concealer, that you hold the mirror above your head and you press it out with your beauty blender. Holding your mirror up above your head also makes the underneath the eye more relaxed, so you're less likely to crease and you can really blend out underneath that eye. So make sure you're also pressing your beauty blender, you're not rubbing or swiping. Now when it comes to pressing out your nose highlight, you want to take the tip end of the beauty blender and press that along the bridge of your nose. When doing that, it creates a nice highlighted area so we know exactly how we're going to place the contour on the sides. If you rub the concealer around on your face, it's going to move and you're going to lose that dimension that you're trying to create. So please make sure you're stamping the product and you're not rubbing or swiping. A lot of people ask me, why do I contour with a lipstick? I'm going to tell you right now why I contour with a lipstick. Being a woman of color, I feel like color cosmetics they've definitely become more inclusive, but I feel like there still is a long way to go when it comes to undertones and shades. I feel like a lot of contour products, especially for dark-skinned women, have a very purple undertone, which can make you look more bruised and less structured, in my opinion. It gives you like that Sweeney Todd contour, which is like very hollowed, bruised type of look, and that's not what I'm going for. I want to be structured and I want to be warm on my face. So using a very warm tone brown lipstick is more ideal because I have yet to find a contour stick, except for the Black Radiance contour stick. I've yet to find a contour shade that has been this tone that I've liked, that has been for my complexion. So I will always continue to use lipsticks until I find a contour stick or even a contour palette that is more tailored to my skin tone. It's not too purple, because either it's too purple or it's too neutral or it's too light and it's not creating any definition or dimension on my face. So that's why I use a lipstick to contour. So we're just going to drag that contour down on our face. We're not going to bring it down too far, and we're going to be very mindful where we place it. We're going to place it on our temple, because wherever you highlight it is where you want to contour. So if you highlight it underneath your eye, you need to create something here to kind of really define it out. You want to do it on the other side as well. Now when it comes to the nose, your nose contour should go all the way up to where your eyebrow is. That's how it looks more natural. Like when I see a nose contour that starts here, it drives me crazy because the thing is the bridge of the nose goes all the way up under the eyebrow. It's gonna kind of create a line. The thing is, you want to be very careful even when it comes to how you place your contour down. Reason being, because if you put too much product, remember you have to blend that product out. So you want to be very mindful with how much you're putting down. So I never bring my nose contour all the way down to the bottom of my nose. I kind of stop it halfway, and then as I blend it out, the product is going to diffuse itself. So same thing. Now what we're gonna do is, a lot of people, they bring it all the way down here and create that Squidward nose. No, don't do that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna create a little circle here, or even like a little triangle. So now we're gonna start off with blending out our contour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that same brush that I use for my foundation, which is the e.l.f. cream brush. Really great brush to blend out any cream product. And I'm just gonna follow that line. And remember, this is one thing I want you guys to pay attention to. When you do your contour, a lot of people go back and forth like this. Don't do that. What you wanna do is you wanna stand and you wanna press up. Because the main thing is, this contour right here is basically supporting this highlight. If I'm blending it down this way, there is no middle color here to really create that definition, dimension that we're looking for. So you always want to blend your contour up. You always want to make sure you blend it up. So we're honestly going to press and do it in circular motion. You want to make sure that when you're doing your contour in small circular motions, that you're using your wrist and not your hand. The technique is definitely in the wrist. Whenever you contour your cheeks, you gotta blend up. You never blend down. If you blend down, you'll make your face appear structured here, and you'll give yourself more of a masculine appearance. I learned the hard way. It was embarrassing. When it comes to your forehead, you want to take that and you want to blend that back to the hairline. You want to blend all this back to the hairline, because the thing is, you kind of want these two things to connect. You want them to meet. You want them to be friends, okay? You don't want to just have contour blend out here, contour blended out here, and nothing to kind of connect the two. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of diffuse that product to where it's like, hey, we're friends now. How you doing? We're roommates. What's going on? See? Now when it comes to the chin, a lot of people think you got to blend it out this way. You're not. You're actually going to blend it into the highlights. So you're actually going to take it on an angle and blend it down to the point of your chin. So now what I do after I blend out my contour, because the thing is, sometimes when you blend out your contour, it looks great, but it's not really an airbrushed effect. But you want to go back in with the beauty blender and you want to press all of this out, especially right by the highlighted area, okay? And now what I'm doing now when it comes to my chin is I'm reinforcing that highlighted area, okay? Just gonna press all that out. So we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. We're going in with the same cream blush, blending everything up toward the highlighted area, then going in with a beauty blender and blending everything out so it's smooth. So I learned a lot about nose contour because that's something that I'm really into. And there was a lot of brushes that I was using that were wrong. I got this brush from MAC. It's a 270S brush. It is like a small, dense cream brush. And I use this brush to do my nose contour. Now, whenever I do my nose contour, I used to kind of like blend it up and down, and then product would end up being all over my face. What you want to do is you want to take a very dense brush, and you want to just stamp it. Everything is a stamping motion, so it's a press and move, not a swipe. We're pressing. And when it comes to blending out the nose contour, you're not going to blend it out toward this way. You're actually going to push it in this way. That's reinforcing that line, reinforcing that blend. The nose appears more structured and defined because we're trying to really create that shape, okay? And if I blend it out the other way, all I'm doing is taking away from that shape that I'm trying to create. So you always want to make sure that you push the product and you press it in, especially if you cream contour your nose. If you cream contour, this is literally the brush that you want, and this is the technique you want to do. Remember that we're stamping everything, making sure that we're really pressing out that product. We're not rubbing anything or diffusing the product in a way to where it shears the product out. Everything is just pressing and stamping to really reinforce that shape that we're trying to create. So Now what we're gonna do is, you can see that there's like this really harsh line here. You want to take your beauty blender and just reinforce that concealer that you laid down. We did this earlier in the video, just really pressing everything out. Okay, so now it's time to set everything that we did. I literally take some powder on a damp beauty blender, like semi-damp, not even like super wet, and I literally just press that into my skin. Taking it, and like, remember the same technique that I used before. You want to look up. And I'm getting really close to the sides of the nose because I'm trying to reinforce that contour that I created so the nose appears more snatched. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna contour our face. So I'm actually gonna take Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Tan to Deep. So I'm going back in, I'm taking a very fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna blend out my, Remember that we're blending everything upward to really enhance that highlighted area and give ourselves structure and dimension in our face. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a very big fluffy brush. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing on the brush because I've learned that the hard way too. So with that same contour shade, and like, remember, like, we're kind of like stamping. So we're blending toward, almost on an angle, very light-handed. Not heavy-handed. Be very aware of how you blend out your nose contour. Make sure that you're blending it toward the highlighted area to really reinforce that shape. And I'm bringing that nose contour all the way up underneath the brow. So now that everything is contoured and highlighted and set, there are little additives that we have to go and do. So normally after I highlight and contour, I add a highlighter powder. So I'm actually using a Poshmetics highlighter powder in the shade Bel Air. And I'm just gonna basically hit that on the high points of my cheek. Doing this really enforces this entire technique, makes everything way more three-dimensional, gives the skin a beautiful dewy finish, and it just makes everything look more seamless. So I really love using a loose highlighter powder, and I'm putting that on all the high points of my face. So that's the cheek, that's underneath the eyebrow, that's the bridge of the nose, that's the tip of the nose, and even on the chin. So now I'm gonna do my lips and lashes off camera, so I will be right back. Okay everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. This is the final look. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and on Snapchat. Turn your post notifications on because we drop videos every week. So I hope you guys loved this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it helped you when it comes to highlighting and contouring for dark-skinned women. If you guys want to see a brow tutorial or a lash tutorial, please comment down below, lash or brow, and I'll try to get that to you guys. So stay beautiful. I love you guys, and I'll see you in our next video.